What would you consider to be your talent, and does it make you feel as though you have God in your bones?
Music is a talent that I have. Creating music is a talent that I have.
It's music for me as well, part of me. Trying to make sure I articulate this season. And I definitely do feel God in your bones imagery.
In the way that me and God communicate through this creation. Like, this is our time that we spend together.
The biggest thing for me is I don't feel guilty. I don't know when the last time I felt guilty for not creating or not doing what I know I should be doing.
The God in you that's telling you, hey, I feel this genuinely, but you doing the opposite. It's like that's the only time you're not doing something right.
Get on my motherfucking face. Please.
Push the goddamn button.
And action.
Hi, guys.
What up, great people?
We're back. Oh, but for the non-Patreon members, you probably didn't know that. We already started posting some of those episodes. But for the Patreon, we're back. Alright, what are we talking about today?
Your talent is whatever thing makes you feel like you have God in your bones.
Hey, man, say that one more time for the people.
Talent
Oh.
is whatever thing makes you feel as though you have God.
God.
That's all.
God. Shut the mic.
In your bones.
Come on, Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I got back on the socials, and that's one of the videos that
Popped up
on my timeline. I'm so grateful that it was. It was a good video. I don't really know what all she was talking about in the whole video, but it was good. I followed her.
It was like multiple parts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched the first one, the one that you sent to us.
Oh yeah, that's the only one. Actually, I watched other ones too because they came up on my timeline. But
Oh,
what
okay.
we're talking about today is talent. Talent is the thing. Talent is whatever thing makes you feel like you have God in your bones. How do y'all feel about what would you consider to be your talent, and does it make you feel as though you have God in your bones?
I thought you was gonna say, do y'all agree or disagree? But I guess that's the same
That would
thing.
have been last season.
Oh.
You know, we dynamic. Man.
Oh, okay.
I got the glasses
Conversation.
on.
You see the glasses?
All right.
I'm calling Poindexter.
I guess talent that I have is, singing and writing and music. Music is a talent that I have. Creating music is a talent that I have. And what was the second part?
When you do it, does it make you feel like you have God in your bones?
I don't know necessarily that it makes me feel like I have God in my bones. I like how that's phrased and I like the imagery of it, but I do feel like I'm surrounded by I feel like I'm like in the midst of me and God's spot, where we be chilling at. Like, I'd be on the couch with God. Yeah, so I'd be surrounded by his presence. Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah. It's music for me as well. It's music for me as well, part of me. Trying to make sure I articulate this season. And it's music for me as well. And I definitely do feel the God in your bones imagery. I be feeling godly when it start working. Like when I start getting into the bag. You can't tell me it's nothing but the sauce.
Nothing but the sauce.
Nothing but
the sauce.
The sauce. Sorry, my bad. All right. But I definitely feel that on a deep level, right? Nothing else matters, and it's like I get into a space where I be feeling smarter. I don't know what it is, right?
Don't call him Poindexter.
Come on, don't call me Poindexter, but I get into it, and then I start feeling everything makes sense. Like, even so much to the point where when I'm done making the music, if I go do something else, I'm starting to see patterns and different things in that, and starting to understand different things in that. So I definitely be feeling that way.
So one way I'll describe it is like I be feeling one with God in those moments, and then when I'm not in those moments, like the stuff don't always. It don't feel like it makes sense, or it feels like confusion. What about you, though?
Me, man of many talents.
Boo. No, go ahead.
But when I be doing this stuff, can y'all ask me the question? Because, like, me answering, I'm losing the question.
What do you feel like your talent is, and when you
when I do
doing
it,
that,
yeah,
do you
I
feel
feel
like
like
God is in your
in
bones?
your DNA. Bone marrow, the structure.
So when my talents, art is a talent, music is a talent, just creating in general. So whenever I'm actually, so I would say creating is a talent. When I'm doing the things,
I thought we was just picking one.
yeah, creating. If I'm creating something, yeah, creating is my talent. And when I'm creating, I do feel like God is in my bones, I would say. Like, stuff outside, everything outside, external could be falling apart. But if I'm engrossed, uninterrupted, locked in, everything is okay.
Yeah.
It's like another video I was watching. They was talking about like having faith. The people, like the old heads, they always used to say, I don't know what's going on, but I know God gonna pay my light bill. I don't got it right now, but I know the light's gonna be on. Like they had faith, even if they wasn't walking with God, they had faith that God was gonna make something work. So I say that to say, when I be doing what I was created to do, which is to create, nothing can make sense outside of me. But everything that I'm doing right now makes sense. Like you were saying, you used to start washing the dishes. Now it's like, okay, I see why I wash the dishes like this. This is the same reason I made this song. Now let's make another song about washing dishes.
When I tell you the amount of realizations that have come during the process of washing the dishes. I'm sorry, y'all. But yes, like just the process of doing that and then transitioning into something else. It's like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just residual from the process of being in that space, but it's just like everything just starts to
make sense.
Yeah, make more sense.
I will also say time slows down. Like life is a lot slower. When I'm actually creating, I could create for an hour. It might feel like I was there for hours. Or even if I'm doing something for hours, I'm not necessarily tired. It could be time to go to sleep, but it's not a thing of, I can't wait to be done so I could go to sleep, or it's like, I wish I could continue. I would love to continue doing this, but as a responsible adult, I think I should go to sleep now. Once I finish this part, I'm gonna go to sleep because it's time.
Lately, I've been letting go of the responsible adult thing. Like if I'm creating or something, I do at moments be like, all right, I need to go to sleep. But I'll be like, if I could just get one more chorus out, or like one of the days, I was actually falling asleep. So I'm laying down. I'm in the bed. I'm leaned up against the pillow on my side, but I got this chorus because we're doing this. We were doing a 30-day songwriting challenge. Now we're doing a 7-day one. But in the 30-day one, what's the other one? One of them, I had to write this chorus 3 times, and I was like, all right, I did 2. And part of me was like, nah, just go to sleep. You got to get up at 5, to get ready for work and just go to sleep. But I was like, let me find the beat. I found the beat. I was like, actually, this is fire. Let me just... So I'm over here falling asleep, about to drop my phone, but I'm like... Chorus came out fire, needless to say. But I just decided that if this is what I'm staying up for, like, I would stay up for this versus me being responsible and like, okay, yeah, I gotta go to work, but I'm still gonna have to go to work and I'm still gonna be tired whether I go to sleep now or if I go to sleep in 30 minutes. So let me just stay up and do what I actually care about.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I've been noticing. It's right when I'm at the edge of like, all right, let me wrap it up right now. I'm good. I'm like, let me just give it one more shot. Let me just see what happens. And then, but what's been happening, it's almost like I'm getting rewarded for doing the extra one, because it'll be like, I'll do one, and then another three things will come to me. I'm like, wait, hold on, I'm just capturing the last one. Can we just give me a second? I'm trying to record it, and it's like, but I really appreciate it because I'm seeing I have more to give than I realized that I had. Because before it's like, all right, I thought this was it. I thought this was my limit, and it's like, nah, your limit wasn't there. You just thought you just didn't want to do it anymore at the time. So like, just giving myself just a little bit more room, and then it's like the residual from that lingers over the next day. I'm like, oh, I learned something that I wouldn't have learned if I would have stopped right here, because I told myself I normally can't go any further than this spot. So I've been doing that same thing. It's been super helpful.
Yeah, I've been sleeping. I've been falling asleep at work.
I've been sleeping.
I've been doing that too.
I've been sleeping.
But I just decided if this is in the context of what we're talking about, if this is what's been making me feel the closest to God, then I want to stay here. Like, I want to stay here as long as possible each day. So
how often do you guys get into that space? If you know that that's the space, like if you know that creation is the space that you're going to be closest to God, how often do you try to get there?
I think I'll be there maybe 5 to 6 times a week, honestly.
That's a good average.
It might not be, I was going to say it might not be for like 5-hour time frames or 8-hour time frames, but at least once a day, 5 to 6 times a week, I'll be there. Whether it might be like a 20-minute drive when I'm writing. I'll be loving the moments. And then sometimes I'll be sitting in the car and I'll be on time. I clock in. And then I gotta finish what I'm doing, and then I go inside. But yeah, or it might be like when I'm painting. Yeah, especially if it's a good movie on. Like, I don't be watching movies for real. I gotta go back and watch Sinners. I know what happened. That's why I be having to watch the stuff in English. Like, I be wanting to put it back in Spanish so I could just have it playing, but I be wanting to know what's happening. So, peek up.
Still don't be knowing what's happening.
Oh, what? Ooh, buddy got shot over there. That's crazy. Came back to life?
Hold on, what did I miss? I run it back and I stop painting for a little bit and I'll just be like, all right, I'm caught up. And then we get back to it. But yeah, 5 to 6 times a week.
That's a good average. What about you?
I'll say lately it's been every day for at least an hour a day. I mean, there was a while where, I was still working on music, but I wasn't really writing as much.
I feel like that's where I am now. I be trying to, sorry to cut your wisdom.
Go ahead.
I be trying to write more, but at times it'd be like, I just don't, this isn't my space for writing at this moment.
I was feeling like that, but I think for me, I had told you this before, I had started feeling like I kind of, as far as like the writing, I kind of plateaued and I didn't know, I guess I wasn't really inspired, and I didn't know that this is why I wasn't writing until I started the challenge, but also the songwriting videos that you found for like Songtown and their books, and listening to that stuff, I realized, I knew that there was something else that I wanted to learn so that I could grow. I just didn't know how to grow in this space. It's like I used all the tools that I had to get to that place, and it's like, okay, well, where's the tool shop? Like, I don't know where to go now. So,
said I need Home Depot for creators. Where is it at?
That's really what I needed. So then finding those videos and be like, because it also put into perspective things that, sometimes you know stuff on a basic level, but you don't have a full understanding of it, just because it's like I told myself this stuff. I taught myself how to write. Nobody taught me how to write, so I'm literally just going based off of what I knew or what I thought I knew. And it's like, first I gotta get in the space to be like, you know what? Your songs could be better. Because I want to feel excited to listen to them every time too. So how do I get to that space, and then just kind of building from there. So now going back to your question, it's been every day for at least an hour, because when we did create the challenges for ourselves, one thing that I did was, all right, I only have an hour a day. So like even on my laziest day, if all I have is an hour to devote to doing some music or to staying in that space with God, like I feel like I don't have more time, then what can I do in that time to at least help me to be better?
That's one thing I want to work on doing, is utilizing my time, even if it's an hour a day, 30 minutes a day, for the stuff that I actually want to do. Because even if I'm doing it for 30 minutes a day, for 30 minutes a day for a whole year, I'm going to make so much progress rather than trying to wait for the time where I'm, okay, my off day, I can spend all day, but I just spent 5 to 6 days working. So naturally, I want to rest. I want to be off on this off day. So.
Yeah. And what about you? How often?
Right now, it's every day.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm doing it every day. And, I mean, I was doing it, I think, every day before, but I think now it feels like a stronger commitment. And I'm seeing a lot more progress. And I'm seeing myself get lost in it a lot more. But yeah, so I'm doing it every day. And I've heard this saying about create things and know thyself, but I'm really seeing, like, I'm learning so much about myself and about other people and just about the creative process in general, the more I do it. And it'll be little stuff. It'll be stuff about whether it's patience, whether it's stuff about where my mind defaults to, where it goes, if I naturally see in images, or if I'm just hearing somebody's voice in my head, or my voice, not somebody else's voice besides the Lord. You know what I'm saying? But but yeah, I think it's been super transformative for me. So I've been doing it every day.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I was gonna say after hearing the conversation, I started thinking about how, because you were talking about doing it every day. Now you're rewarded. The biggest thing for me is I don't feel guilty. Like, I don't know when the last time I felt guilty for not creating or not doing what I know I should be doing. So it's like, even if I've been working on this song for a month, I have 6 other songs that now I have to re-record because I let the council listen, and they said, "Yeah, that's not it. Why your voice so high?" I said, "It's aesthetics. That's the vibe I was going for." But yeah, I don't feel guilty for going out or going to work.
Yeah,
taking longer walks with my dog, because daily, even if I might spend like 30 minutes to an hour doing something, then I might take, like on my days off, I'll take a break. And then, like even today, I took a break, went to dog food, ran errands, came back, finished up what I was doing. And it's like, I've been doing stuff throughout the day, and it's like, whatever else I do, already, like the bare minimum, I sat with God today.
Well, I like thinking about it like that, though.
Yeah.
I really like that phrasing of it is like, because we think about creating, and a lot of times when we talk about like creating things, we're talking about ourselves, but like from the perspective of like, our time creating is also like a form of worship, is what I always look at it as. Is like, this is my time that I'm spending with God, that I'm also giving my gift back to God because he gave it to me, type of thing. And I've said this before, I don't know if it was here, but one of the quotes that Michael Jackson said that always stuck with me is, the greatest sin in the world is not using your gift. And I just, when I'm not using my gift in any way, like the time when I wasn't writing, I was learning how to mix, master, and make beats and all that stuff too. So, and to sing and stuff like that. So it's not like I just completely abandoned the creation of music. I just was
practicing.
Yeah, I was
certain aspects.
I was gaining new skills. I was doing things in other areas. But like, to really look at it like, okay, did I make time to sit with God today? And looking at it not in a way of like, did I sit down and read my Bible, or did I go to church today? It's literally like, in the way that me and God communicate through this creation, like this is our time that we spend together. Did I make time for that? I think that's cool.
I definitely agree, because I think when you think about it, it's like when you're when you're just like reading or like, and there's nothing wrong with reading your Bible or anything like that, but I'm saying like I think the act of being an active creator, because God made you creative, is like, it's one thing to learn about it in theory. It's another thing to be able to go out there and do the thing that God actually gave you the power to do. So I think that's definitely real. And it's funny because when I don't create, and now I'm thinking about it, it feels like I'm cheating on God. Where it's like, I feel guilty, and I was feeling a lot of that same thing where it's like I felt guilty for not doing the thing because all that's playing in the back of my mind. It's like I spent 5 hours doing this for so and so, but I haven't spent 20 minutes sitting here writing or creating, having this conversation with God or whatever. So I definitely like that idea of just, this is the time to sit with God and we get closer to God, and it's like, hey, let you reveal something more about me and the universe and the world through the things that we're creating together, because I can't create it without you anyway.
Right.
So
yeah, I was also thinking about, because before I used to do stuff, especially like writing, I used to send a quick prayer out to God, like, thank you, God.
That's the cheat code right
That's
there.
the cheat code. But one step further, so we start off with the prayer, right? And then my first question before I even start anything now, starting today, I'm going to try it out, see what happens. How would you do this? Or like, how would you paint this painting?
How would a God do it? Ooh.
How would you write this song, man? You know, I've been feeling,
that's a good question.
Feeling my feelings lately, and I just don't know how to express it. You just express it for me, through me.
Yeah, that's good.
Then we go, see what happens.
I think that's cool. Well, something that I had started doing after we watched the Quincy Jones documentary was when I would record, especially because that's when I'm always like the most, I guess, self-conscious is when I record. I would just say a little prayer like, thank you, God, for blessing this experience, and I leave the door open for you. Or thank you for creating with me in this experience, or something like that. And then I'll go ahead and start recording, and it's usually a much better experience than if I go in there by myself and just be like, start recording. It's just like, I'm more relaxed. I'm not, I'm allowing things to flow through me. I'm able to feel things a lot deeper, because it's not like, I guess you kind of put this pressure on yourself when you make it seem like you're just creating by yourself.
Yeah,
not alone.
Not at all. And I do the same thing. Sometimes I'll be forgetting because I just start going. But sending up the prayer, right? And for me, it's some variation of thank you for sustaining me as I'm going through this process. I'll take whatever you give me, I'll take it and make something out of it. But thank you in advance, right? And then it helps me let go when I get in there. So if I get even the sliver of an idea, I'll be like, all right, we moving. And then by the time I end, I'll be like, I feel like I made that, but I feel like I didn't make that. Like that was, like my hands was moving, but that wasn't me. I'm in there chefing, but is there a rat above me controlling my head or something? What's going on? Like, but that's what it really be feeling like. It's like after a while, it's like I lose track of it, and then I come to, and I'm like, oh wow, this was different. I would have never made this, and then I'll end up the next day. I'll look back and I'll be like, where was I at when I made that? Can we get back to there? And it's just a cool process.
Yeah.
You know?
I was just gonna say about like life in general, taking a step away from creating, and then even if it's like a day. So like how like the artist way you talking about, you got your play dates.
Yeah, play. We're gonna see this.
We're gonna
Play,
call it play dates.
I know it's
I can't think of the name, but the play dates. So you go away and do something else, and then when you come back, you have a
Artist dates.
There we go.
You come back.
We worked out with there.
Yeah, baby stepping. Thank you, the sauce.
We not alone. But you go out and do something else, and now you have like a different perspective or new ideas, fresh ideas, even if it's just like a walk. Just because you're not constantly wrapped up in what you're doing, we are here to like just literally experience life. So to experience life in different ways, in different mediums, however we feel fit. And I actually love that for us. I love it for me. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, so I'm excited. Even just off December to January alone, I'm excited to see what I'm about to do. Because my goal is to be in the house until Fashion Week. That's the goal. That's the plan. I'm sticking to it.
We'll let y'all know what happens.
I'm about to be outside. Hey, yo, y'all, it's outside breeze.
You know, people like outside breeze for some reason. I don't know why, but inside breeze is coming back. It's the Canning personality.
Canning.
I'm gonna link that over here.
All right.
I think, yeah, it should still be over here. Yep.
And the video that we talking about is going to be in the description. That's going to be there for sure.
Yeah, the Canning personality one will be there too.
All right. They're both going to be there.
Dang, now I really gotta put it in there.
All the pressure is real.
I'm gonna find it today. But yeah, that's our episode on unfair advantages. So yeah, it will be linked up. Yeah. Leaving myself some breadcrumbs. Got it. Okay. So knowing that these are your creative talents, this is the time that you feel closest to God. I have two questions that just kind of popped in my head. So the conversation can literally go two different ways. I was going to ask, do you find it difficult to explain to people? Because now I feel like we put it into just like very clear terms that like this is our talent. This is when we feel like God is in our bones. Do you feel like it's difficult explaining to people that concept or why the art or what you're doing actually matters to you the most?
I don't think I ever really tried to explain it, like why it matters and why I'm doing what I'm doing. I don't think I ever attempted to make it make sense.
Why not? Was the opportunity just not there, or you just didn't know what to say?
Nobody asked me why. Like, why am I choosing to do this?
Mm-hmm.
They might ask, what is this painting about? Or, but they don't act. They're not asking me why am I painting. I think the proof is in the pudding. I think I paint because my paintings are good.
No, that.
Now I gotta ask. You think it's because your paintings are good?
That's not why I paint.
Yeah.
But from the outside looking in, you're not going to ask somebody who's good at what they do why they do it.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, your paintings are good, so that must be why you continue to paint, because this is good. Huh. Same question for you. We'll get back to this.
Yeah. So, do I find it difficult to explain why?
Explaining to people like why you choose, why this matters to you most.
I'm trying to remember a time when somebody asked me. I don't think people typically ask me, now that I'm thinking about it. I think what I usually encounter is people suggesting me to do something else that's not what I plan on doing, but they don't ever ask me why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I don't really feel the need to kind of explain it, because I'm just used to people just not asking, and then if they did ask, I can explain it to the best of my ability, but I don't assume that they're going to understand why I enjoy putting words together or recording or whatever it is that I'm doing. I just go ahead and I'll explain it, but I'm just assuming that, hey, you might not understand it. And then if you do, great. If you don't, I didn't expect you to understand it from the get. So I think that's what's been happening with me.
That's interesting. Same thing. Didn't realize it until after I asked the question. I don't think that I've actually had anybody ask why I do what I do or why I love it. I think people approach it with the assumption like, oh, you're good at this, so that must be why you're doing it. Like, why else would you do it? Type of thing. I do constantly encounter people suggesting I do other things.
I think people stop suggesting for me because clearly I'm not listening.
People have suggested things, but then I always have at least a handful of people on the other hand that are like, but you're still doing music, right? Like no matter what else you say that you're doing, but you're still doing music, right? Like, and then that kind of helps me to bring me back, because I mean those people don't ask why either. but they're like, nah, I know this is what you're supposed to be doing, type of thing.
But I feel like from those people, they don't even care why. What's important is that you're doing something that you actually
love
to do. So I would say your well-being internally, your internal well-being is more important to them than anything else.
Yeah. It's interesting. I didn't notice that nobody asked why.
It reminds me of a James Baldwin quote. He was saying, no one asked me to be a writer. I just chose this life. Nobody came and was like, hey, you got to be a writer. Hey, you got to be a painter. You chose it. So anything that comes with it, I'm dealing with. But it's the same thing for me. It's like nobody asked me to come make this song. I mean, one of my boys might have been like, yo, let's make some music. And I just happened to like it. But nobody asked me, you should keep making that stuff. You should keep on doing it. And if I did get the you should keep on doing it is when they saw evidence of something that I felt already. So they get a chance to see how good it felt when I was making it. So I felt great when I made it, and now you're getting some of that residual, and you're like, oh, you should keep doing that. But most of the time, I don't get, it's no feedback, which is fine, because I'm okay talking to myself a little bit.
Speaking about feedback, I was thinking, because I'm about to release a song, and going forward, I want to approach, like, once the stuff is done, I want to approach it like this is the best song now ever. Like, ever. Like, even if I'm like, I don't even know if it's that good. But just how before we was pieing, I was in here making a video, name ringing, bang. I'm like, yeah, Lil Baby went stupid. But Being Breeze went stupid as well. So, yeah. So, every song that I drop, anything that I do, I'm going to approach it or present it to the world like it is the best thing since sliced bread. Gluten-free, dairy-free sliced bread.
So I got a question now. What do you guys think the biggest barrier to getting to that place where you can work on your talent is? What do you think the biggest barrier is for you guys?
Priorities.
Elaborate.
I'm going to make a shirt. That's it.
I would say basically my priorities being in the wrong space. I'm going to say me. When I'm coming from a place of lack, my priorities are all out of whack.
Come on.
Place of lack.
Jesse Jackson.
More like Freddie Jackson. But yeah, when I'm coming from a place of lack, all I'm focused on is how I'm going to make money. I'm just focused on making money because I don't think or feel like I have enough money. But even me making money while I'm in a lack state, it's never going to be enough because I'm always feeling like it's not enough. So, yeah, just mindset and priorities. So when I'm feeling abundant, as I should always feel abundant, and I do my best to always feel abundant now, it'd be a lot easier to just, you know what, let me show up for myself. Even if I'm tired. let me just show up. Even last night, I was attempting, but I was like, I don't have it. Like, I had 2 laptops open.
I'm getting something done. I'm getting something done.
But even that, to have 2 laptops, I'm blessed. I'm grateful.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, that's a blessing. So, and I thank you, God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you?
I was saying, you answered my bad.
Nope, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I was in. Hold on. I mean, I can answer it. It's cool.
What, I'm the only person who answered?
Yeah.
I don't even know what question I answered.
Yeah, I asked I was asking what do you think is the biggest
got you.
barrier to getting into that space.
He said, I don't even know what question I answered.
He said I was talking.
What about you?
For me, it's definitely been. It was me caring about opinions of other people and me imagining people's thoughts about what I'm doing, what I'm not doing, all of that. I was caring way too much about people's opinions, and it's crazy because the wildest thing about opinions of other people, most of the time I'm never gonna hear them. Mm-hmm. They never even verbalize them. They're all just this. It's me imagining their opinion, so they never even said it. It's really my opinion, right? So yeah, that's probably been the biggest barrier.
I also have another barrier. that I literally thought of. This might be more of a barrier than
The first one?
Priorities,
than priorities. Me feeling like, well, basically me going against what I feel. So, thinking about going ghost till 2024, that I actually felt like I don't want y'all to see me. Why am I still showing my life for the next 2 years so y'all can see that I'm here? Like, just going against what how I actually feel, like how I want to do stuff, how I want things to work. It don't gotta make sense to nobody but me, because I'm the only person that's doing it. So my question for myself is, in the past, was I actually sitting with God? I mean, I might have sat with God. I was sitting with God, but not on a consistent basis.
He wasn't deep couch sitting.
I was sitting, but I wasn't listening. That's what it was. I was sitting.
I was in the room.
I wasn't listening.
God was talking, but I was all right.
What is you talking about? The biggest barrier, I think, for me, and this is something that I actually discovered this morning, was, okay. All right. Work with me, people. It was like my opinion of myself. It was also kind of like how I thought other people were looking at me, but I was doing this thing where I was telling myself that if I don't see things through, or if I don't finish certain things, then I'm a failure, right? What I realized was I wasn't giving myself a trial phase of like, let me see if I even like this thing. Mind you, this stuff had nothing to do with my music. Nothing to do. So priorities, also prioritizing other things. But then because I'm not finishing these things, because 9 times out of 10, it was just that it just simply wasn't for me. I was like, or I would try to push through it because I'm like, well, I don't want them to look at me as a failure. And I was like, okay, if I stop this, that means I failed. And that just what I had deemed for my, like, the entire life, not even just one area. And then I realized this morning, like, when I went gluten-free, dairy-free for the first time, Auntie Bev said, try this for 3 months and see how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I didn't approach it like that. I was approaching everything as if I decided to do this thing. Sorry, it's a truck. I was trying to give it some time.
You probably would be.
All right.
Yeah.
If I decided to do this thing, that meant that I committed to it automatically. Like, I'm automatically committed to it. I have to see it through and not allow myself just like, hey, why don't you just try this? Because you might not actually like it. And you can actually just not commit to it and then just be done with it because you don't like it. Instead of being like, oh, I gave, my word is my bond, which is not a bad thing. If I committed to it, then yes, that makes sense. I'm going to finish it. But you ain't commit to nothing. You were just telling yourself that everything was a commitment. So I'm putting all these other commitments before sitting with God and working on my music. Because I'm thinking in my head, oh, if I don't finish this, I don't see this through, then I'm automatically a failure. Not looking at it as, oh, that was just my trial. Maybe I don't actually want to do this.
Yeah, I feel like in life in general or society, it's frowned upon to change your mind. Mm-hmm. Whether that be about going somewhere, trying something, talking to people. Like something told me no. Like like at first I said yeah, I'm doing this, but something in it, like, it's not sitting right with my spirit. Like right. It just don't. It's just not right. So I'm just go like, and it's okay.
Yeah, I agree. I think sometimes you should keep your word. Let's start there. You should keep your word for
Be
some
impeccable
things.
with your word.
But sometimes if you really can't make it, or if you really feel like this isn't where I need to be at, it's okay to change your mind. It's equally as okay. Right? You can go into it. The amount of people that go to school and change their major in the middle of them going to school, if we had to stick with the first major, who knows where I would have been? I was undecided at the beginning, so I might. I was.
I stuck with my major,
Yeah.
but if it was up to me, I would probably just now be going to school. Like in my latter 20s, it would have made a lot more sense for me to go to school while I was older than to go to school fresh out of high school.
It made more sense for me to go to school fresh out of high school because I was still in student mode.
Yeah, but I would have got more out of it because my intentions are different.
I understand that. I understand that for you. For me, I was like, let's go ahead and get this thing. We got to be right on track with our schedule. That's how I was looking at it.
The American plan.
The American plan, yeah. I can't guarantee that I'm gonna link that one, y'all. Can't guarantee.
But I was also gonna say too, one of the things that you were talking about with not listening to yourself, I recognized that a while ago, like, and it might have been from one of the books that we read. It was Science of Being Great, just not doing the opposite of what you actually feel and honoring that portion of you, like the God in you that's telling you, hey, I feel this genuinely, but you doing the opposite. It's like that's the only time you're not doing something right, is when you're doing something the opposite of what you genuinely feel. So I think us honoring that, whether it's you don't want to go out but you end up doing it or whatever it is, I think you honoring that is another form of you sitting with God. It's like, hey, I genuinely, I don't have it in me to do this, and I don't want to show up. And then because then I'm gonna show up and I'm not gonna be there even if I'm there. So I think making sure that you're doing that is the same in the same way when you're creating. It's like making sure that when you're showing up to do the creative act, you're all the way there. In every other part of your life, like just make sure you're able to be all the way there and you're honoring that voice that's in you that's saying, hey, we should do this, we should go left, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm gathering. Nah, but I think the real barrier to me sitting with God has always been me. It's been my perception of things, my doubts, my priorities, that type of stuff. And now I'm just in a space where I'm just like, I just want to get out of the way and just move everything that I feel like is in my way of sitting with God. And to other people, it might not make no sense. Because sometimes I'll be like, it don't make no sense, okay? But this is what I feel like is necessary. It's kind of like with, I was saying about this earlier with 10x is easier than 2x. When, I don't remember the guy's name, but they were talking about a story in the beginning when the guy was like a financial advisor and he gave up like focusing on his main clients to just do this other endeavor or like this other portion of it. And they were like, what are you doing? This is how we make most of our money. And he was just kind of like, yeah, that's fine. I get that. But I'm trying to elevate right now. So we need to just cut that out because it's not important. Like, what you mean it's not important? This is how we make our money. Yeah, but we're going to do this now. And then he did it and it was a success. And it's like, I think that's the phase that I'm in.
Yeah, that reminded me of two things. It reminded me of, it was the Way of the Superior Man. It was saying that you have to be okay with periods of time where you don't know what's next. So for him, I can't remember what his last name is, Berger or something, Jonas Berger, something like that. Author of the book. But, it wasn't him, whatever. Author of the book, he was just pretty much saying he started off writing one book and then he went in a completely different direction after that. I think he went into like film or something like that. And just having periods of time where you're okay with not knowing until you know. And I was thinking, and we probably said this before, but it reminds me of Noah in the Bible. Do you know how crazy that man looked? It has never rained before. You telling me that it's about that water is going to fall from the sky and it's going to be so much water, the earth is going to be... Boy, if you don't get from around me, like that's but that's what it be sounding like to other people. It's like, you want to get rid of our main source of income to do what? Mm-hmm. You want to only serve we've never even served these clients before.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, I understand it, but it's going to rain. It's going to rain.
They like,
get on the boat or get left.
What is rain?
Well, if we're talking about books, I just want to refer to a preference.
What?
Reference.
Reference.
I want to reference.
You almost had me say preface.
The preface that's in the book.
I want to reference Outwitting the Devil because
still
they
gotta read
spoke
that.
about
Wisdom spoke. Sorry, go ahead.
definiteness of purpose. So that's ultimate certainty in whatever it is you're doing. It's okay to change your mind, but in this moment, this is what I'm doing, and this is how I'm doing it, and how I want to do it. That's all I gotta say. Definiteness of purpose, it'll change your life. So if we going back to the creative endeavors, I know I'm supposed to be creating this thing. I don't know why I'm creating this thing, and it doesn't matter why I'm creating this thing. We can figure that out when it's done.
Yeah.
But at this moment, I'm certain that I'm going to do this thing.
Yeah.
When it's done, I might never do this again. But in this moment, just being certain, and it makes everything a lot easier. Well, I would say everything internally a lot easier because, and it's, I feel like it helps your priorities. So if I know I'm doing this thing, I can't do this. So if I'm saying yes to me, I'm saying no to everybody else and everything else. If it don't make sense, then we can't, like, it just don't align.
Yeah. And I definitely agree because for me, whenever I do the thing that I'm supposed to be doing, it almost feels like I'm looking through a peephole, right? And I'm like, I can see there's something on the other side of it. I can see it, but I'm not 100% sure who or what exactly I'm looking at. But God is like, I can see the full picture, but all you get is a little peephole worth, and you like, dang, you want me to? I can't really see it.
Yeah, at that point, it'd be it's not even worth it. Like, it's not even worth trying to see.
Yeah,
let me just get back to what I'm doing.
But we be trying to see it, and it's like, but all we have is this peephole that we're looking at this vision through, and it's like, everybody might think I'm crazy, but I know I see something on the other end of this peephole. And then when they finally open up the door, and you like, oh, this is, and you like, oh God, you knew everything you knew the whole picture. I'm just looking at this little sliver. I appreciate it because I didn't know why I was building this boat.
I was about to say, even Omni-Me 2017 in Delaware. It's like 3:00 in the morning. I didn't even have a name. I just know I want a clothing brand, but it got to stand for something. It got to mean something. I'm watching some type of cartoon. I think I'm watching The Simpsons. They say something about omnipresent, omni something, but I know the brand has to mean something. And I'm like, okay, omni. And I look it up, and it means like in all ways. Like one of the definitions was in all ways. I was like, oh, in all ways. Me in Spanish. And with the I apostrophe. Yeah, Omni-Me. I like how that sounds. Fast forward to a couple days ago. I'm in the gym. Omni-Me down. Hoodie on. Shorts on. And I'm like, I was on. Like, I could have did. I still can. I still will. But I'm like, if I would have just stuck with it, stayed consistent, even if I didn't know what it was going to turn into, just constantly doing it because this is something that I actually wanted to do. More than I wanted to go to school, more than I wanted to play sports, more than I even wanted to be cool, make music. I wanted a clothing brand. But I just gave up because, like you were saying, what are people going to say or what does this look like coming from me? I ain't win best dress. But then I was just thinking earlier, everybody used to ask me, how does this outfit look? I'm like, I was on to something. I got the glasses on to make sure I'm back. I can see clearly. Now the rain is gone.
So you gonna continue with your
It's gonna be a brand, but I don't know if it's gonna be Omni-Me or something else, or it might be multiple. But I'm just here having fun, creating. I am the adult that my inner child needed. So yeah, I'm the chaperone.
What you got coming up?
A bunch of stuff that God got for me. But yeah, I'm definitely with you on that. Especially, I think, dang, it was something that you said I cannot remember for the life of me.
If you were to say consistent.
Yes, I'm learning that when God gives you the idea, it's because you actually have the ability to do it right now, even if it's just a little sliver. So I've caught myself being like, nah, maybe I can work on this later. And it's like, nah, let me just write it out. Let me just get the idea out, whatever iteration I can, even if it's just a complete rough draft. So that at the very least, I'm like, all right, God spoke to me in this aspect. Let me honor it in that aspect. And it's like, if you can't trust in God in the small things, you'll never be able to trust in God in the big things. And I'm just learning that the more. It's like, oh, whatever you give me, I trust you. That's the bottom line. Like, I trust you in everything. So yeah.
What you got?
That just gave me an idea, based on something that God told me to do. But what I got coming up is gonna be more music and better music, and me just clearing out the way of things that I don't need to be focused on right now. I would love to bring Love the Creative Woman back, but it ain't time for it right now. It's not time. It hurts my soul, but I want to focus on my music, and just because that's something that I've always stuck to my music. Like, I've always gone back to it. I've always continued in it in some way. But I'm excited to, like, triple down on my music and not be like, oh, well, music or maybe this could be the thing that funds the music. And it's like, nah, the music is going to fund the music. And that's also going to fund my life. And that's also going to fund my kids and their college tuition and whatever else we need in our lives. So, yeah, that's where I'm at.
So we can wrap it up here for that. Camera died. Appreciate y'all for chilling with us, vibing with us. Make sure y'all join the Patreon. Yeah, join the Patreon. We got music, we got art, we got creative things happening. This is the Grae Area Podcast.
Grae, woo!
I am Badman Breezington.
I'm Shakoya D.
It's your boy Damani.
And thank y'all for joining us for another episode of the Grae Area Podcast. Check out the links in the description. Like he said, join the Patreon. And also, like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend, tell a friend. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Ding. And we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Adios.
If you like this, go ahead.
Stay black, people.
If you like this episode, you're going to love the one that's linked up on the screen. Bye.
You say what?
Know yourself. Know your worth. Jukebox, hit me with another jam.
Get on my face. Get on my motherfucking face. Please.
Push the goddamn button.